So both my parents are from Mexico, and they came here, I believe, in the 70s. And, we didn't grow up poor. My dad was just a very frugal person. So I'm talking about frugal, like to the point where like every penny counts, So since we weren't poor, but we definitely grew up where it was a struggle, where everything was like, secondhand. We never really got what we wanted, It was like if you wanted to, I remember when I was like, I think I was 6, and I wanted a chrome bike. And, obviously everything was secondhand, there's nothing like, but I remember back then it was like the GT or the Dyno back in the day.
Yeah.
And all the kids, and I never had it, but, I had the one that was just beat up and stuff like that. But other than that, it was good though. I think it builds up character, builds up drive, and it definitely makes you want more, So.
How did that affect you? I've always myself have been like a saver. I've always saved money, and
right.
My parents at some point they would give us a quote unquote allowance, but the allowance was like a couple of bucks a week or something like that, very minimal. So I would save all this, as much as I could, and then I would, purchase whatever I could find. But I remember that my parents are kind of similar in that way. They didn't splurge on like restaurants all the time and things like that. We had a lot of like home cooked meals, and every once in a while we'd like go out somewhere, and it wasn't even like a restaurant. We'd do like a Chinese buffet or something like that.
Yeah. The same thing with us. Yeah. Definitely the same.
So growing up, you mentioned that your dad was frugal. Was your mom, were they both on the same page? Or
yeah, my mom's a little more of a spender, but my dad definitely tried to stretch every dollar. So she definitely got on. They were both on the same page. You could just see that my mom would like to have a better life, but but yeah, they were definitely both on the same page. So it was like I said, it was a good thing. Like you mentioned, I was also naturally a saver too. So I remember my like primera comunión or fucking my birthday, I would save all that money, and if they gave me a 20, I would ask my dad for like ones, because I wanted stacks of money, So I would put it all in my like just stacks. And I remember I forgot which movie I watched, and I remember I wanted to get like a briefcase, and one of my goals when I was like, I don't know, I was probably like 7 years old, was to fill up that briefcase with a bunch of ones.
Really?
Yeah, but I never got to it. I actually had like a stack of like ones, like just one little corner, and then forgot about it. But that was pretty much it.
You could fulfill your childhood dream right now. You could probably go to the bank, change a couple
I thought about that. Yeah. I should probably do it now, and just have it on the side.
Now, are you an only child, or are there more of you?
No, so there's a total of 5, including myself. So I got an older brother, and his name is Caesar, and then my other brother is Hernani, then a sister, myself, and my youngest brother Noel, and he's 32. So.
All right. So you're like in the middle.
Yeah, like I'm the stepchild, kind of,
Yeah.
But it worked.
Wow, 5 kids, man. That's
It's a struggle, man. I don't know how they do it. I have 2, and I'm just like, man, it's just, but it was different times though, they have mentalities from back in the days where, they just pop kids just to pop them,
Yeah.
Now, if you, it's a lot of energy to raise a kid.
Yeah. You planning to have more, or you're just going to stick with the 2?
I really want to, I have 2 boys and I really want a girl, but I'm pretty much done, I think. Yeah.
Nah, man, go for at least one more. Go for one more. See, my wife and I, I'm one of 3, and it's just her and her sister. But my dad is one of, I think, I want to say 9. And my mom is like one of 7. So growing up, like I just had a ton of cousins all around, and we'd always like play outside and get together. So my wife and I have always wanted like a bigger family. We wanted 4. We have 1, by the way. And we've settled on 3. So we'll see how the how the third one goes, and we'll see if we'll do any more. But
Wait, but you have one, right?
yeah, just one right now. We're
All right. When you have the second
hopefully.
one, you're probably gonna settle for two.
Oh, you think so? We'll see.
But,
We'll see.
yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting, man. I think you're the first one that I've ever heard that. Like as a kid, you were taking piles of cash and just having them in one. So what I did with my cash is that man, I forget what those things are called, but it's like that ceiling that you can move. It's like they're like panels, so you can move
Okay.
like. So,
Oh, you
anyways,
can move those panels. Okay, okay.
yeah, the panel ones that are kind of like card. It's not cardboard, but it's like
But it's common over there on the East Coast.
yeah.
Okay. See, we have those panels, but it's they usually use them for mobile homes.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see them in offices a lot too
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
But here it's just plywood and drywall.
Yeah, I would take my cash, right? I would have like a little bag or something, and then I would hide it like on top somewhere, so like nobody would find it. And that was like where I kept my stash.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's when you're like naturally born a saver or entrepreneur, I think, because you're always thinking ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Because I have my brother, the youngest one, he grew up the same as us, but he's naturally not a saver, naturally not an investor. Like my brother Hernani, he invests, my sister invests, I invest. So I think either you're born with it or you're eventually you're taught, but luckily we were, it came naturally to us,
So you said that your dad is a saver. Did he get to investing? Is that where you got the investing from, or was it more something that maybe you learned from your older brother as he started doing his thing?
No, so my dad actually did it when he was younger too. So he came here in the 70s and he started working at a restaurant in LA. And he slowly started investing in real estate, and he probably invested maybe for like 10 years, and he finally had like not even 10 years because he got here on maybe like 6-7 years. Anyway, so he ended up coming here. He saved some money, bought a few properties over in LA, and then it was enough for him to retire.